Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. To have a very special guest with me today, she is a nail artist and the creator and founder of Nisi's World. Please welcome Anissa. Hello, Anissa, and welcome.
Hi.
Hello. How's everything?
Good. Stressful but good. Blessed.
Yeah, that's good. So I want to go ahead and get started by asking where you're originally from and tell us about your upbringing.
Okay, so I'm from Philadelphia, North Philadelphia, born and raised. I'm
Mhm.
from a parent home. I'm from a household of a single parent. I was raised by my mom. We lived in my grandmother's house, so her brothers lived there. She has three brothers, so
Mhm.
it was really close knit. I come from a really big family, raised around cousins and
Right.
kinds of things. So my mother, she always let me live how I wanted to. She always let me be creatively expressive. I did
Right.
clothes since I was younger, did nails, hairstyles, everything. So I used to sit in my grandma's bathroom and just paint my nails on the floor. So I come from a
Mhm.
like big family. We had our struggles as family, but you know
Mhm.
I definitely had a really good upbringing that ended up pursue like helped me pursue my later careers.
So I want to go ahead and really ask like this next question. Like, did you have any interests prior to nails?
Yes, I always had an interest in nails. I I always had an interest in nails, but it wasn't more so like nails. It was always like creative outlets. I remember when I was younger, I wanted an American Girl doll so bad, so I would create like cereal boxes and make beds and stuff. I actually still have
Mhm.
like into like a doll bed to convince my mom to buy the doll. Like I did come from a single parent home, so who wants to buy $100 doll? But I used to get creative to be able to persuade my mom. So yeah, I always been creative, like just expressing myself because it was an outlet for me, especially being in a house with many people and siblings and like different things going on. So yeah, I always had like interest in different things, especially like clothes and nails, anything beauty, girly and stuff.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. So who or what exposed you to the nail industry?
Myself, actually, I've always been into nails. I used to go to the nail salon every day, faithfully, every 2 weeks to go get my nails done to the point where everybody in the nail salon knew me. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you here for another set?" And I'd be like, "Yep." So eventually, I just started loving it. I was more into like what they were doing on my nails than really sitting there getting my nails done. Like I was
Right.
talk to my nail tech, even though we're from two different cultures. I could barely understand her, but she was my girl. Like I would just be so interested in it to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I could do this at home.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really, really cool. So what was like your beauty school experience like?
So I didn't go to beauty school. I was
Mhm.
self-taught. I had so much going on during
Mhm.
that I wasn't able to go to school. I started nails when I was 18. I was
Mhm.
homeschooled. So that's what pushed me into nails because I was in the house so much that I just literally just did my nails and I posted it on Instagram and I started like a nail page and
Mhm.
like, are you doing nails? Are you doing nails in my city? So I was just open to it and then it just took off from there.
Mhm. Do you plan on getting a nail tech license?
Yes, very soon. I'm actually in the that's in the works right now for me. So I can actually I don't plan on doing nails for much longer, but I do want to teach other younger people, even older people on how to gain the skill and give whatever I can to the community to help grow other women or men to blossom a new career in nails. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. So what has been the journey of having your own nail studio?
Oh my gosh. Back to my upbringing. I was raised around. I didn't have my father in my life, but I did. But I had a main male figure in my life. He's my Uncle Maul. He passed away, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But seeing the way he used to bring in money, but he wasn't like a spender. Like he used to save his money. So during quarantine, I saved up all my money. I wasn't getting my hair done. Wasn't getting my lashes,
Mhm.
wasn't doing nothing. Even when quarantine stopped and outside opened back up, I had so much
Mhm.
money saved up. And my mother, she was moving out her apartment. I started in my mom's two-bedroom apartment in her living room. And she was moving out, so I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, where am I gonna go? I still got clients and stuff. And my cousin, fortunately, she ended up having like a space open for me to rent out of. So that was like a whole blessing, and like I don't know where it came from, but I'm very grateful for it. And I took all that money. It was actually for a car. I was planning
Mm.
out or something like that, and I took that risk and I put it all into my studio and started from scratch with my savings. So it's been a journey. It was a lot of money, a lot of trials and errors. I had my family to help me out. Thank God for family. They helped me put everything together, and yeah,
Mm.
over time I decorated more. But when I first got in here, it took me a while. I was really discouraged because I wanted to like bring my clients back into a space that was finished, but stuff started to add up, especially when you decorate in a salon. So I had to gain bring that money back up to like invest more and buy more things. But it's definitely been a journey, but I love how it came out. It's so comforting, and like it's just my safe place outside of my home in here.
Yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and move forward and talk about, like, what are some of the services that you offer at your nail salon?
I offer I only do tips. I don't do like gel like manicures and stuff, but I do nail extensions of all kinds, and I also do acrylic tools.
Yeah, it's cool. So I want to go ahead and also talk about your business called Nisi's World,
Yeah.
where you have your own line of custom design slip-ons. So what got you started selling your own custom design, like, slip-ons?
Okay, so like I said, prior to my childhood, I always made my own clothes. If my mother wasn't able to take me shopping for dress down day, whether she didn't feel like it or she didn't have the financial resources, I take some old clothes and I make it into something new. So with the slides, I just felt like I had money to pour into business instead of like buying all kinds of clothes all the time. So one day I just had these pair of slides that I bought from Pink, and I had some yarn, and the yarn clogs were viral. So I made a pair of those, not to sell just for myself, but I noticed how uncomfortable they were, kind of like they were hot, and like I didn't like all that yarn and like stuff around my foot. So I'm like, well, let me make an open toe version, and I made it to go with the outfit I was wearing one day, and then I showed it to my platform, and they loved it. So I'm like, well, let me try a way to mass produce this just so people could wear it, because it's something different. Not a lot of people make them, so let me give them something new. So yeah, that's what started it. Me just wanting something new to go with my outfits.
Yeah, those slides were really, really cute. I love, like, the different shades and,
Yes,
the butterflies you add to it. It's, like, really, really
yes.
cute.
It was the final touch, and it took me when I first launched them. They were just plain, like it was just the.
Mhm.
And then one day, I'm not sure how I added butterflies and pearls to them, but I just added them on there. I think I was making a bag, or I was sitting in my studio bored and had pearls from nails and some butterflies from something else. And I put them on there, and I posted it, and that was the post that went viral. Like people loved the butterflies and the pearls added on there. So it definitely upped it up a notch.
Mm, absolutely. Now, did you face any obstacles in regards to building your business?
Of course, who doesn't face obstacles? Building is, oh my god, it's definitely a journey. It's full of taking risks. People think, I feel like Instagram definitely glamorizes the business life, and it's not just you launch something and you have a platform and people are going to love it and you're going to sell out, or even if you
Mhm.
have the numbers for the people to want to watch or want to buy something, you still have to market it. Like you have to make it marketable, and you
Right.
invest that money. You have to have faith that, okay, I might be late on this bill, or I might not be able to buy these shoes and clothes or go where I want to, but I'm going to invest this money into my business. And hopefully, because it's something I love, I genuinely believe in people investing in things they love, like their passion, because even if it does fail or it doesn't go the way you want it to, you still have faith and a love for doing it. So you're going to keep pursuing it. So risks and hardships definitely, like, but if you love what you're doing, just keep pouring into that thing and just keep working at it, because it's going to take off sooner or later. And that's how it was for my nails and my slides. Like people love them, but people weren't really, it's hard out here right now. Like we're in a whole, like, I'm not sure of the word. I'm sorry. Inflation. We're in the whole inflation. So people
Mhm.
aren't able to really afford things. But I just, once I put it out there and I seen people are ready to invest their hard earned money, I'm like, okay, this is something I can do. Like, and it's something that's profitable. And not only is people, they believe and trusted me to get them their packages and all their shoes is like something that they actually like. So, yeah, it's definitely been risks and hardships because when I first put them out, nobody really bought them. I had like a couple clients that were familiar with me getting their nails done that they bought them off of me, but when it went viral, that's when it was open to the world and people seeing what I could offer. So my advice to anyone watching this, like, please just keep pouring into, even if it's not the first day, the first week, the first year, it doesn't take off. Just don't give up because listen, God has a plan and he will put it out there for you when the time is ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, most of I could totally agree with that. You know what I mean? I think, it does take time to really build a business. Absolutely. Because I do like how you made the point where with business, it's like the glamorization on social media and people don't know the ins and outs and the depths when it comes down to building a business.
Yes. It's so like I feel like social media glamorizes, like it seems so easy, like, oh, it's just the money and you get the money and you get the followers and you get the cars and the clothes. It don't work like that. Like it takes
Right.
some to have that years to get it because it takes to really build a business or anything, like you have to invest in it and it takes sacrificing buying those shoes or those clothes that you wanted, even if it's not designer, but just anything in general. Like it takes sacrifices and you having faith and you're willing to take those risks and make those sacrifices for the long term. So yeah, I totally agree. Social media puts on a whole different, it shows the lighter aspect of it. Like, oh yeah, well in that long run you get these callers and these clothes and these followers and all that, but it definitely takes hard work and discipline also.
Yeah, and that's the thing also too, if like with us as nail artists and nail techs, because
Yes,
we spend a lot of time with our nail art sets, whether it's press on nails, gel extensions,
yes,
acrylics and things like that. Like, people look at there again, the end result, but people don't understand like the hours that it takes to build a body
yes.
of work on a set of nails. So that's another thing too.
Yes. Okay. Like they look at it as, oh, I'm just getting my nails done, but the products cost you sitting there. Oh my gosh, smelling all them fumes and
Right.
investing your time and making sure they're leaving happy. Like,
Mm,
and I didn't got carpal tunnel in my right hand, so it's
mm.
really like it's worth the money, y'all. It's not just, oh, I'm just getting my nails done. It definitely takes time and like practice and discipline because you got to keep building up on that skill to perfect it.
Absolutely, most definitely. Now, how popular is like the nail scene in Philadelphia? Are there a lot of nail artists in Philadelphia?
Yeah. When I first started doing nails, I started around 2018, 19. I started when I
Mhm,
was 18, so 2019, right before COVID hit. It wasn't that really that many nail techs out here. I didn't see
mhm,
the Philadelphia nail tech. Like blossom until like COVID when people were in the house and they were trying to find ways to make money and incomes
mhm.
and everybody was looking for nail techs because the shops was closed and I seen a lot of people blossom and start doing nails. Even a couple of my clients that visited me during COVID, they ended up starting their own nail businesses, which was wonderful. So it was amazing to see it, like because we weren't familiar with even having black nail techs and not even just black nail techs, but personal nail techs, period, in Philadelphia. All we knew was the nail salon. Like, so it's ever since COVID, it definitely took off. There's so many amazing nail techs here now.
Absolutely. That's really, really cool. I also want to get into in regards to pricing. So what was like the journey been in regards to pricing? Like not only your nail services, but also like your custom design, shoes. Did you find it hard in the beginning in terms of finding a medium?
Yeah, yes, definitely. When I first nails, I wasn't really paying any major bills like now. Like I have studio rent and different kind of bills. I was still young. The most bill I had was a credit card bill that I wasn't
Mm,
spending on. So it was definitely I didn't mind charging people like a little bit of money because I loved it so much that I wasn't doing it for the money. So I just charged them enough so I could buy more supplies for them. And that I was able to save money. That's all I really cared about. So my freestyles were probably ones that came with Swarovski. If you know
mhm,
Swarovski, it's called those. My highest set was like $75. Like as long as I was able to buy those products and pay what I needed to for my personal things and still save, I didn't care. But once I got into a studio and then I started having like real adult bills, um I definitely had to make that decision with myself like, okay, I know you want to be reasonable for people and make it eat like cuz people still, I want people to be able to walk out feeling pretty and still feeling done up, but I still have to charge for these products, the rent, like everything I'm using to be able to provide this service. So even with my shoes, right now I'm in the middle ground with charging my worth with those and still making them reasonably priced for people, because even though they are just slides, I take way longer making them than I ever did nails. So it's definitely like, all right, Anissa, you gotta come to some kind of decision to make sure you're still able to maintain your business and invest and still be able to afford your personal bills and stuff with yourself. So it's definitely like a challenge, because you don't want to overcharge people. You want people to come to you and buy from your stuff. But one thing I learned going through business is you'll attract the right people no matter what you charge. As long as you're charging worth, you will bring in the right people that will buy your products and buy your services. And I remember all my clients will always tell me, don't worry about your price, because you'll bring in the right people instead of people who are probably, just using you for the service and mistreating you, and different kind of crowd, different kind of prices bring in different kind of crowds. So yeah, that's a major key that I'm taking in right now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I want to talk about your studio because I seen like a behind the scenes video that you
Yeah.
posted. I think it was on your Instagram stories, and it has like this like nature vibe going. So what was like the whole process of building your own like studio in regards to like design and stuff?
Okay, so when I first came in here, the walls are green, and my cousin, she didn't really want me painting, and I didn't feel like painting either. So, I went on Overstock. I'm not sure if they still sell this grass, but it's a little different from the grass that is usually used in like salons and areas and
Mhm.
stuff. So I seen it and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And I bought the first box and it was expensive, girl. Like, oh my God. It was so expensive, and they only give you like 4 panels in a pack. So I bought the first one. I'm like, this looks amazing. And I never seen anybody with this kind of grass wall before. So after I seen that, I just bought a bunch of it, and then I started building off like the background. So I know I wanted the TV here. Like, I wanted my clients to be able to watch TV and still like be able to, see the colors on the wall, like the shelves and stuff. So yeah, it just really came off of like, I already knew what I wanted to do, but once I bought that grass that's on the wall, and I seen the vibes it was given, I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a nature, tropical, like relaxation kind of feeling here. So yeah, I love it. It came out very well. It came out better than I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah. I like the Nisi's world behind you.
Thank you, girl. Appreciate it. um, it definitely came out really cute. I got it from Etchwood, if anyone's watching is wondering.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing. I definitely want to also get into so with us as nail techs and nail artists, we are, not only service providers but also therapists.
Yes.
Clients come to us and talk to us about different things. And I want to really ask, like, how important is it to make the client feel good, but also what are some ways to give a client a comfortable experience?
Okay, so my main thing when it comes to like giving clients a comfortable experience, I always am welcoming when they first come into me, because I hear so many horror stories about people like being rude to people who are like genuinely giving you their money. Like, nobody has to come in and come to you. There's so many options around the city. So every customer that I've come in contact with, I always try to make them feel welcome. I'm touched, and I believe in energy. So I don't ever want you to be touched by me. You get bad energy. And we're right across from each other. Like, when you're a nail tech, it's not like a hairstylist. You're standing behind them doing their hair. Like, we in each other's face. I look up at you. I'm talking to you. So I definitely want to make them feel like I'm their home girl. Like, you basically sit with your friend or your sister getting your nails done. I have some clients that don't like to talk at all, and I'll just put on whatever show they want to, and I'll just work in silence and ask them simple questions about if they like something or how their day was when they first come in, or whatever will make them comfortable. I'll have snacks in here, but when it comes to my clients that are like really close to me, like, those are my girls. They'll sit here and be like, girl, guess what happened today, or guess what happened you, like, and it's like they're my friends, like, to the point where I even made friends outside of my business, like we done with the dinners and went out together. So I think it's definitely important when it comes to any business you run, but definitely as a service provider, if you want a steady clientele and returning clients, you definitely have to
Mhm.
build that relationship. Like it just can't be all money and like, oh, just get the job done. Because some people really come into their services probably needing a stranger to hear how what they're going through and not be judged in a way, or hear a
Mhm.
biased opinion that they probably wouldn't get from their personal friends or their family. So I witnessed that a lot. Like my clients would come here and spill their whole business. Even off the first day I meet them, and I'll just give them the rawest advice that I could give somebody, and make them feel comfortable and make them feel heard, because sometimes people need that. Like in their own environments, they might not be heard. So you never know what you're doing for that person when they sit in your chair of any sort and open up to you. So it's very important, to the point where they'll keep coming back to if they feel comfortable. So I always try to make everybody feel comfortable in my presence and make sure they get positive energy and they leave feeling better than what they probably felt coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I like now is, and I've said this in previous podcast episodes, is that, mental health is talked about even more and expressed even more in regards to, what people go through. It's like saying it's okay to seek help and things like that. So I'm glad that, and you definitely want to have like a outlet, a safe
Yeah,
outlet for people to express themselves and to say, hey, this is what I'm going through and things like that.
that's very true. Like mental health is really big, and some people can't really express that to their parents. Or I have clients that are mothers and they need breaks from their children. They come in here just to get that woo side and be able to watch TV without yelling at somebody, or sit with a girlfriend, which technically is me, and just vent about what's going on in their life and eating snacks and like and getting pampered. Like that's woo, that's a time. So yeah, I totally agree. Like I try to make my space very welcoming for anyone that comes in. Like even I've had male clients that came in that probably felt awkward going, like they told me, going to a regular salon and being judged. I try to make everybody feel welcome, because listen, you're blessing me with just coming in and experiencing my work. So I'm gonna bless you as most as I can outside of just the nails, but having a pleasant experience sitting in my chair.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. Now, what are some of your favorite nail products in terms of nail art and nail services?
Oh, I love Valentino. They're one of my top. Like they mostly get most of my money because only because of their news. I love their news that they offer. I love not polish. I believe no polish, or I'm not sure what they're called, but it's like a
Yeah, not polished towel. Not
not
polished towel.
um Amazon. I know they're not a nail brand, but I'm not really like familiar with a lot of nail brands. I'll just buy things. Like if I see it on the internet, I'll just buy it. But I'll shop. So I'll shop with black owned businesses on all kinds of things.
Mm. Now, what black-owned businesses like do you usually shop at?
I do shop. I believe her name is Shop Galore or something like that. I'm not sure what her name is. I know there's a couple, but I know for sure she's one of them. Um, it's a couple. I'm not really sure their names though.
Do you shop like Poochie's Nails?
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, Poochie's Nails. She's a nail tech. She's a black nail tech, and
Oh,
she has her own shop where she sells acrylics.
yeah,
It,
definitely that after we get off of here, because I gotta do some nail shopping. So I love supporting, especially like small businesses and black owned brands, because they need to be poured into as much as the major big companies.
yeah, there's also Shoshani Gray. She's a black nail tech, and she has her own tools.
Okay.
There's Neat Nails Always. That's owned
Okay.
by Miami Ashley, so you
Oh,
can support her and things like that. So
oh,
there's plenty of business out there.
yeah. I definitely need to go on Instagram and check them out. I definitely will be doing it after we get off of here.
Yeah. So those are some of the businesses, but I want to get into in regards to your style. So if you had to describe the Anissa Shanae style, what would it be?
Oh, okay. I'm people when they see me, they call me bougie, but I wouldn't say that for myself. I just really like to dress where I feel comfortable. Most of the time, you'll see me in a cardigan or a sweatsuit or like a bodysuit with some UGG slippers on. Like I'm very comfortable. That's why slides was probably that's why it blew up so fast, because it's something I wear. Like I wore my slides yesterday. Like I don't be selling stuff that I don't personally like will wear. So um I wear slides all the time. I really care for like my nails, lashes, and hair. That's what really get poured into. But My style is very laid back, but still glam, like slight glam, like I said, like a couple nails done, but some of them plain. So I'm gonna give it slight glam. That's why I would label like Anissa Shanae style.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I want to go ahead and shift gears and talk about life related stuff because I know you did mention you're from Philly.
Yes.
And so my dad is also from Philly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I want to kind of get into this question because I seen in one of your Instagram story posts that you read the 48 Laws of Power, which
Yes.
is, by Robert Greene, the legendary Robert Greene. That
Yes.
book is a classic along with
Yes.
Mastery, Art of Seduction. So I want to kind of really get into the 48 Laws of Power because it talks about, treachery in life and business. But coming from Philly, in what ways have you been able to navigate, in Philadelphia?
What, like business stuff? Do
Not only business, but life in general.
just life in general? Okay, so I'll say I really from that book I remember. I'm not sure if it's like the fifth law. I haven't read the book in a while since then, but I know
Mm,
that you have to learn how to work with people. And it's not really manipulation, but I believe in, you know how they say you have different friends for different things. I feel like you meet different people and you have to act certain ways with them. Like some people you'll meet here and you'll come off gullible and they can use you just because you're being nice or something. So I feel like you definitely have to learn like different people here and learn like your areas. So growing up, honestly, I was a house baby. I stayed in the house majority of the time. I had cousins and family members that were more outside than me, but when I did explore and go to school and stuff, because I did go to school, public school, before I got homeschooled and stuff. Um, just different people, like you just have to be a certain way with everybody. You can be welcoming and friendly, but not everybody has the best intentions for you or the purest intentions. And in the city, I feel like going back to my career opened my eyes that women aren't always catty and aren't always like in a negative energy, because going through school, especially in Philly, I done dealt with so much drama even with being peaceful and quiet. So it definitely opened my eyes like, oh, all females do not act like that. And some of y'all are like really open and just beautiful individuals, and y'all are just like me in a way where I felt like, dang, am I the only one that has like pure intentions with females and stuff? So even,
mm.
I can't remember the book word for word, but living in Philadelphia, I feel like you definitely learn like you learn that there's different people in this world. Not everybody is like you. Not but everybody has the same mindset or heart as you. So living in Philly has definitely been a struggle, but it built my character a lot. Going into new environments, I know what to be aware of. Like if I travel out the city, I know that, oh, I can't just be friendly, or I'll know the looks of a neighborhood and can tell like, okay, these kind of people, I'm familiar with these kind of people. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's totally understandable because you definitely have to learn how to navigate,
Yes.
and my dad is, like I said, my dad's from Philly, so
Yeah.
he had to learn to navigate, and stuff like that, just due to all the drama and stuff that was going
Yeah.
on, especially the time where he grew up, you
Yes.
know what I mean? So the thing is that, yeah, you still have to learn how to navigate and learn how to deal with people.
Yes, that's very true. You could get in so much drama by just looking at a person crazy, especially in right now in today's time. Like people are just picking up guns. It's not like when I was growing up. Like I used to grow up with block parties and kids riding on their bikes, kids outside playing double dutch, hopscotch, all that kind of stuff. Now it's like we barely have that going on in the city. People are shooting each other, babies are shooting each other. Like it's crazy out here. So you definitely have to just be cautious and learn your environments and also be observant and know people and look at body language and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I make sure I do, like, every day is read body language and understand my
Yeah,
surroundings, because you never know, like, it's like you gotta, understand, like, whether to approach
is it,
somebody or just back
yeah,
off them.
get back and leave, get your car and go.
Yeah, yeah. Right,
Very
exactly. I remember I seen a video on, YouTube, it was, like, Kensington Avenue, but it was just really sad, like, a
true.
lot of, drug addicts, homeless people, it's crazy.
It's very bad here. Like, I mean, the city got some good times, but it's the city. People will say like from because some people live in counties outside of the city, and they'll come here just for like their shopping or because their friends live here, and it's just like it's not safe to even be here for fun. Like it's just
Right.
really random. Anything can happen kind of city.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, how have you been able to balance, mental health of being an entrepreneur and nail artist?
Okay, so I feel like my business definitely helped me as a woman, just growing and evolving. I started doing nails around 18. That's when I officially started like running a business. So, and
Mhm.
I was still in school. So it was like I had to learn how to be disciplined, like get my schoolwork done and still be able to take these clients through the week. So, it definitely helped me like grow my spirit, like spiritually. I became more into my faith, believing in God, because it was times where things won't work out for me, and I'm over here crying or probably depressed and stuff. And it's like, just have faith and be patient. I just believe, like, I just pray more. Like, my business helped me so much. Words I can't even explain. Like, when I first started my business, I was depressed. I didn't even know myself really. Um, so just being a business owner helped me discover like who I am, and well, it helped me find my purpose in a sense. Like, okay, I'm actually made here. I'm here for a reason. Like, I, even if it's just not nails, but the way my clients will make me feel, like coming into my salon and opening up to me, and I'm like, dang, like people want to talk to me and like they want to be around me. Like even recently, I announced that I'll be leaving the city soon, and most likely stopping nails, and just seeing how everybody reacted. Like I had clients crying and like all kinds of stuff. Like I'm like, I didn't even know I was that important. Like I just thought I did y'all now. So my business definitely keeps me mentally strong. Like even if things are going right in my personal life, I know it's not even about money. I just know I have a career that will really like, it makes me happy. I could be going through anything in my personal life, but my career makes me happy. And even if my career is affecting my mental health, I'll just pray about it. And honestly, my career don't really bother my mental health, even if things are going the way I expected it to. I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason, and things go in the favor that they're supposed to. I'm not God. I can have a plan, but it probably not be executed the way I thought it would.
Mhm.
My career has helped my mental health in a way where it helps me get up every day even if I don't feel like it, or I'm depressed, or I'm going through something in my personal life with my family or like a lover. It just helps me, like, you still have things to do, you still have to keep balance, because if you don't, you have people in a career and like customers and clients that are depending on you to get their products to them or get their service done, that you can't be in a really wrecked, mindset. But in sleep, I believe in getting sleep. So definitely, I will sleep if I'm sad.
Yeah, yeah. Like the thing is, like I said there again, I'm glad that mental health is talked about even more. And the thing is also too, like there's some times where I cry too, but sometimes just and for me personally, like when I cry, like it helps me like release all the toxins, but also too it helps me clear my mind so I can think.
Yes. I'm a firm believer in crying. Like my family will tell you, I'll cry over anything. Anything. I love crying. It's such a release. Like it's just really therapeutic. Like it helps you really. I feel like it helps clear your mind more, because if you keep it caged in, you're dealing with everything. Like, but crying is like you just say, it's a release. Like it makes you feel like, okay, I got that out. Now time to focus on how I can fix the situation instead of crying about it. Because I just cried about it. How much more crying can I do?
Yeah, right, exactly. Last but not least, where can people find you on social media and how can people support you and your business?
You can find me at artist Shanae, artist.Shanae on Instagram, Nieces.world on Instagram for my product line of like the things I sell online. And I'm not sure how to say my booking app for the time that I am doing those, but you can find all that through my main platform, which is artist.Shanae.
Yeah, it's cool. Do you still take custom orders as far as the slides?
Yes, I'm starting back up towards the end of this month. I had so many orders that I had to shut my site down to get them done. And my main priority is, I hate waiting for stuff online. So I definitely don't want them waiting super long online just to get things. So I had to shut it down for the time being. But I am coming back with some new things. So yeah, it'll be towards the end of this month, beginning of October, when my site opens back up with the slides and some new designs. I'm also offering bags to go with the shoes now. So yeah, I got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Well, thank you so much, Anissa, for jumping onto the show. I love what you're doing. I love the slides there again. I love your nail art. I just love your spirit. I love how you're about positivity. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
you gonna make me go. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of this opportunity. You don't know how excited I was when you emailed me. I'm like, oh my gosh, me? But appreciate everything you're doing. Like, there's so many nail artists I didn't know about, and black owned brands and people that I literally was scrolling through YouTube watching interviews like from different techs and business owners. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know these kind of people had these kind of things going on. So your platform is definitely bringing so much exposure to not only just young artists and older artists as well, but just so many people that people don't know about. So yeah, I'm so appreciative of you and everything you're doing, and continue prospering, girl, because I see you having your whole old radio studio or whatever you're manifesting, but everything will work for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Take care.
You as well. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on my social media platforms and visit my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. Bye bye.